I was in the forum picking out foods while my younger brother was at school. Pompeii has earth tremors all the time. It's normal. But these were more frequent and slightly more aggressive. I bought what I needed and went home to cook a special dinner. It was Ferdinandus' birthday today. He turns 12. I bought him a new toga and bag of nuts so he could play marbles. I went to pick up Ferdinandus from school. He said,
"Wow, it's still shaking? How long do you think it will last?"
I told him the truth. I didn't know. We were walking home, and he talked about what we were doing that day to celebrate his birthday. I was nervous because our parents were away in Herculaneum to visit a friend, and it will be Ferdinandus' first birthday without them. Ferdinandus, Mom and Dad are still away. Their friend is really sick. They won't be back for 3 more days.
It's okay. 3 days isn't that long. Maybe they will get me a present from Herculaneum.
Maybe they will, I said. This time we arrived home, things were still trembling. I wondered what was going on that could make the ground shake for this long and this consistently. I got our slave girl to cook Ferdinandus' favorite dinner of all time, fish and bread. We don't get that very often, and I knew it would be the best part of his birthday. We opened presents and ate dinner, and then played marbles for a bit. Then we got ready for bed. I told him, "Good night, brother," and he was already half asleep. His classes probably tired him. It was another day of small earthquakes when things got worse. Suddenly, I was interrupted by Ferdinandus. He came to my room and he was panicked. He said,
"Ambolino, wake up! The house is shaking very badly and the people are screaming and running around in the streets. Something is wrong."
I ran out the front door and looked around. It was chaos. People were searching for others, running into each other, and were scared and confused. It wasn't long before I looked into the sky and saw Mount Vesuvius spitting fire everywhere. The cloud of smoke was so dark and big, it looked like it covered the whole world. I told Ferdinand to get out of the house and that we needed to get away.
"Ambolino, what about our home? We can't just leave everything."
I told him we'd come back as soon as this was all over, and I told my slave that she was free to go. By now, most things were on the floor broken from the violent shaking. We ran as fast as we could with the sea of people, but it was more like a stiff walk, so Ferdinandus thought it would be a good idea to go another way from the crowd. I followed him. He knew more about the outskirts of the town than I did. We were walking through empty streets. We were dehydrated and hungry. Ferdinandus started to cry randomly. I said, "What's wrong?"
"I'm the worst person ever. We left Mom and Dad. We left Mom and Dad. They are probably home and dead, all because we left without them."
"Don't be silly. They're not coming back for a day."
"I must go get them."
"No, if you go back there you might die. Who knows what is happening or if it will get worse."
"I can't just assume if they are alive. It's not too late."
He took off running.
"Go to Sicily and I will ride with Mom and Dad in a few weeks."
The ash was too thick to see him, yet he was only 30 yards away. But I did as he told me. I went to Sicily and waited. It has been years, and I have not seen him or my family. I went to ask some other survivors what happened to Pompeii and Herculaneum, and they said everyone there is dead.